India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said tariffs and sanctions are being weaponized and countries are using them. He was speaking at the 10th edition of Raisina Dialogue in New Delhi. Jaishankar, along with other speakers, shared their thoughts on the topic: commissars and capitalists, politics, business and the New World Order. The panel explored how political decisions are shaping businesses and are being implicated by them. Jaishankar discussed the ways on how businesses and geopolitical imperatives are reshaping global trade, finance and digital landscapes.
Ways of dealing with weaponization. One is to stay on the right side of the weapon. So, you don't get hit. The world today makes business decisions, factoring in national security. In the digital era, I think it's not just about cost, it is about comfort, it is about trust. We are involved right now in 3 big trade negotiations with the EU, with the UK, and now with the United States. These are our growth markets. These are our technology partners. I think there are non-economic factors which I think increasingly influence business decisions.
Over 3,500 participants from around 125 countries have joined the Raisina Dialogue in person in various sessions. The participants are discussing a state of the world, exploring opportunities for cooperation on a wide range of contemporary matters. In today's session of Destiny or Destination, Culture, Connectivity and Tourism, India's G20 Sherpa, Amitabh Kant highlighted that India plays a significant role in job creation, possesses immense potential that is unmatched by any country.
Be a very, very big driver of job creation. It has a huge multiplier impact in terms of both hard infrastructure, in terms of soft infrastructure. But the fact is that the wealth of heritage, the wealth of the tourism assets which India has, no other country in the world has, and that we need to utilize to its full potential in the days to come. And that can be a very big driver of both growth and job creation for it.
And for more on the Raisina Dialogues, my colleague Jessica Taneja joins us live from the newsroom. Jessica, give us a sense of how weaponization of tariffs is articulated by Minister Jaishankar, particularly in the current geopolitics.
That's correct. You heard from the External Affairs Minister today reiterate the fact that the weaponization of tariffs and the trade system certainly seems to affect many countries now. An introduction to this was seen back in the first administration of Donald Trump at the White House in 2016, in 2017, 2018. But what we've seen now is not a very different set of rules and trade and tariffs that have been imposed right now. And the way it's moving forward is not only affecting India, but also its transatlantic partnership as well. And with the External Affairs Minister pointing out to the extent that, there are potential trade agreements ongoing with the European Union, United Kingdom and also the United States, India's strong trade and technology partners, and perhaps India's focus would remain in that direction to have those trade agreements and ironed out various differences in terms of where to align more on the economic aspect moving forward. I think India has had its priorities in place when it comes to advancing its own economic interest and also sort of balancing relationships with various countries. Given the current geopolitics at play, we have conflicts both in Ukraine and the Middle East continue till date, and those conflicts certainly seem to have a massive economic impact, where India has to an extent been able to shield itself, but in the world of global integration, it's certainly very difficult to have those integrated supply chains, and that also remains one of the primary concerns for India. And that is what you see stressed from various Indian leaders and of course the dignitaries attending the Raisina Dialogue as well.
And taking a broader view of these dialogues, is the third and concluding day of Raisina Dialogue today. Host of speakers and sessions. Can you tell us about how the India perspective broadly has taken center stage on global issues?
That's correct. And if you talk about India and the importance and the interest in India, not just from the European Union countries or the United Kingdom or the United States, you've seen leaders from various countries, attend this. I spoke to various foreign ministers, including, the one with Nepal, Georgia, as well as Estonia and Sweden. All seem to suggest that India has become an important partner for trade, and countries' interests sort of do align with what India's needs are, and mutually beneficial relationships can emerge from here on with India's growing economic clout. And certainly in the next few years, as it's poised to take on the bigger economies, there certainly will be more momentum in terms of economic integration with various other countries, and India would carefully navigate the current geopolitical climate and align itself in a balanced way, perhaps, as it has been in the past, and look out for its own interest, as many other countries are doing as part of its foreign policy, which is strategic autonomy. Shubhendu.
Jessica, thank you for those updates.